back again. I just wanted to follow up. I promised that I would create a video to explain how to make your own like sound pool board from Windows-based software for GarageBand. And figure what the hell, might as well. So let's get to it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is similar to our first video with making drum tracks, and I'm just gonna do this I'm gonna try to breeze through this. Let's see, my user MIDI. User presets. Cycles kit. There we go. All right. So I got a bit of a glare going on here. Wrong time of day. Okay. So let's just slap together. Alright, notice I'm gonna do the 120 beats per minute, or whatever, again, BPMs. And I'm gonna set on 4/4. It's important. Make sure you keep track of this. 120, 4/4. Okay, so let's just grab one of these. Put it in here. Let's grab one of these. Actually, no, that's right. So say we like this loop, right? We like this one. Kind of jazzy, slow. And it's, what, 8 bars. Okay, so what we're gonna do, same old. First off, we're gonna have to record it. So there it is. Now it's in waveform. That was a MIDI drum track. Blah. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get really anal and zoom in and find that very beginning, that first snap. You see this? I actually think that little bump right there might indicate that that's where the sound is actually truly starting. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I split it right there. Get rid of that blank spot when I had to pull it over and play record again. Push play while it was recording. And send it back out. And drag this to the beginning. Remember our goal, this was an 8-bar loop. I'm at 120. So that'll match up. So this should be 8 bars when we're done. We also got to clip off the end, even though there is some echo or reverb to the track. It's supposed to be a loop, so I don't think we have to worry too much about that. But we're looking for 8 bars, I think. This line right here is the end of that original loop. So you're getting 9-1, so that would be the end of the 8th bar. So we're going to split that again. Right there. It's already selected. Cut that ending out. Now let's zoom to full loop here. So these yellow start and stop markers are loop indicators. So somehow on this program there's a set of blue ones. You can make it do like play one part and then skip to another part, but it's kind of confusing. I haven't figured out exactly how to work that yet. All the years I've had this program, I haven't bothered messing with that. Anyway, that was a good start. It sounded good. Okay, so we like the loop. It sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go with it. So we've got our 8 bars. We've got our matching BPMs. Okay, and this is very important for making this mixing board. You really need to be the anal here and really define the start and stops at this point. You can do it later on in GarageBand, but it's a little easier to do ahead of a time than you can, because the touchscreen with your fingers and trying to clip and it's on your phone or whatever, it's kind of small. So, but here we got it all set up as a loop, just an 8 bar. So we're gonna do the same thing as last time, and we're gonna export it as a wave, and I'm gonna put it as drum board 1. Say drum board 1. Okay. Bam, already done. I love this computer. I mean, it's only 8 bars, but still, the mix down on this is really quick now. So let's minimize that. We don't need that. Minimize that. We don't need that, but we do need our iTunes. And I gotta plug this thing in. It's kind of weird doing this while I'm recording with it. It's very interesting that it actually works. Phone connected with the computer. Now soon it will connect with iTunes. See, computer connection. Now there's the phone connection of the iTunes. Bam. And your file sharing. GarageBand. Now you gotta open your Explorer to see where that file went. And what did we call that again? I don't remember. I actually forgot what we just called it. Drum board, right? Yeah, there it is. Drum board 1. And drag it right over here. Now, you see, it's right there. That means it's already on my phone. I'm gonna switch to screenshot camera and take it from there. Okay, so we just dropped it into the phone on iTunes. Let's check the files section. You notice it wasn't in one of the folders, so you gotta back up. See, there it is, amongst the folders. Now, what you wanna do, like I like to do it ahead of time, like I've said before, is drag it and put it in manually into the correct folder, the GarageBand file transfer folder. Okay, now, what you do, it's in the right file folder. Open your GarageBand. Let's create a new, but we're not going to create a new track. We're going to create a new live loop. And we're going to create an absolutely blank one, brand new. Now you have the mixing board open. You notice how you don't have the tracks view on the top left anymore? It's just the board view here. That'll change. Now, before we do anything, let's go to settings. Change that tempo to 120 to match what we were working with. Gotta remember to do that before you put anything in here, because if you try to change it afterwards, it changes the tempo of the file. It doesn't change the tempo of the page. It's the whole thing. It changes everything. So you're gonna need to set this beforehand to match what you're putting on there. I can't stress that enough. That is so frustrating to get something really good recorded and put down, and then none of the loops work with it because you didn't record it at the proper tempo setting, or you didn't set it up with a proper tempo setting after putting it on the friggin' program. So it just, again, can't stress enough, match your BPMs. Okay, now I've got it matched up. Now I'm going to go into the loop. So you usually get Apple loops, you get files. You can even access your iTunes library, your music on your phone. But we won't get into that copyright crap. Anyway, so we're looking for the drum board, right? Drum board 1. And this is kind of tedious because you need to do these one at a time. There's drum board 1. Bam. It's already, and notice it's already lined up. It's already 8 bars. It's all set up because you did it ahead of time before you made it into the wave and sent it here. So, but let's have a look at the editing feature and make sure everything looks good. Same as on the computer. Get 8 bars. You can change that. You can change how many bars and beats. It's really weird, the beats, but standard already set up is at 8, which is cool. That's what we're working with, so I'm going to leave that alone. And it seems to sound alright. It's a little quiet. I did forget to adjust the volume before sending it, but reference the other video to understand what I'm talking about. I usually increase the volume before I get it here, but anyway. So the edit looks good. Start markers are right on. There's no gap between. So let's go and make another one just for the hell of it, so we can demonstrate the reason for making this kind of a board. Okay, I'll plug back in. Yes, I know you recognized it. That's good. We don't want this yet. We want to go back to the beginning. Let's oh, there we go. Anyway, so let's grab a different one. Let's see. That was definitely different. Not as jazzy. Not really heavy metal, not as slow jazz as the other one was. So there's another one. Again, it's 8 bars. It is 120. It is 4/4. I'm not going to adjust the volume here because I have tweaked my drum kit. I love this. More and more I use this, the more I love this thing. The drum kit, you can find presets. There's a nice long list of presets, but you can also go to each individual drum on the kit you choose and change size, brand, and then, you know what I mean, and customize your entire, all the cymbals, everything. You can customize them, the volume, all kinds of, just, I'm amazed. I'm flabbergasted at how intricate this friggin' thing is. But, you know, you can preset your own after you get what you like, which I've done. So that's just really cool. But anyway, so we've got this all set up. I'm still in cut mode. It's all ready to go. What I'm going to do is, see this? Let's mute it. Let's leave it up there. Let's mute it. So you can do all of them and just one at a time mute all but the one you want to send to a wave, and send your individual waves one at a time by muting the ones you don't want. Just a little tip to help you speed things along if you get into doing this. So I'm going to mute that. That's done. Now I need to hit record. Open this friggin' thing back up because I haven't figured out how to pin it on there yet. And hit play. Okay. And there it is, the second one. That's interesting. It seems shorter. I thought that was 8 bars. What happened here? It's 8 bars, right? Or did I not start from the beginning? That's probably what happened. Let's try that again. Let's undo this. Record thing. Oh, I know what happened. I know. Oh, stop. Retry, take. Wait, not right now though, delete. Alright. This freaking loop thing, it limited how long my recording will be. Let's get this right the fuck out of here. Let's go back. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, now I've got unlimited recording space here. God damn it. Okay, the frustrations. Let's try this one more time. Very good. Very, very good. Now, come on, work. Okay, so let's zoom in on this. We got some trimming to do. Okay, so here, zoom in. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty much where I want it. Get over there. Zoom in some more. Oh. Where'd you go? Yeah, see that misaligns? It starts right about there. And we want to be about exact right there. Zoom in some more if we can. Nope, that's all the way. Okay, let's clip it. And get rid of the blank crap. Zoom back out. What the hell's going on here? Move it all the way over. Zoom out. Get back here to 8 bars. Zoom back in. I'm going to say right on the money, 8 bars. As long as my start clip was good, this should be right on the money. Zoom way in though and get it nice and tight. There. And then get rid of this shit on the end. Zoom back out. See, now we have 8 bars, same as the other one. Yep, the other one's muted. So let's hear what this new one sounds like. That sounded great. That crossover sounded friggin' great. That was a perfect clip. Okay, so we're leaving the other one muted because we don't want it to send that. We just want the one that's playing. Let's export it as, oh, come on. What do they call it? Drum board 2. Yes, we know it's already there. Now, go to iTunes, already plugged in, bam, file sharing, okay, GarageBand, okay, File Explorer, recording, drum board 2, bam. Now, back to the phone. Okay, so again, double check the files. There it is. Let's drag it down to the GarageBand file transfer. Good to go there. Let's get back into GarageBand. And there's our first one still there. So we know our settings are still at 120. The new one, drum board 2. Alright. This is very simple, basic. I mean, I could sit here and do this all day and make an intricate board, but just for shits and giggles to show you what I'm doing. again, there's no way to get to the track view yet, because we don't have a track view. So what we're going to do is record one. I'm going to let it go twice to show you, the loop. And it's very important to do a beat per minute, because you can stop mid-loop and start another one. If the timing's right, it'll still sound good. We'll give it a try. Let's see how this sounds. I'm going to start it. Whoa. There. Should still land on the beat, even though it was in the middle of a measure. It's still going to be on beat. Whether it starts on one or not, that's another story. That's all artistic preference. But just for demonstration's sake, it's still landing on the beat. And we'll go back. We'll get. See how it automatically times the switch over. Very important to match your BPMs and clip those start and stops perfectly for that to work. But, okay, now you see that we have a track view. And there is what we just recorded. And it even shows you where we switched over. It's got the little tooth spaces there for every time the loop returned. See, I did that loop once, a full time there, and then another full time, and then part way through is when I switched to the other one that first time. And we ran that loop a second time, and switched right on the money at the beginning and end to the first one again, and ran it a little into the second time around, 2 bars into it. So it all lines up good. But, okay, now to demonstrate another reason why these BPMs are so important, let's go and we'll say rock. I can't remember what's in there for sound pools. But we're going to hit record, and it's going to play back what we already recorded in the tracks view. Okay? And record other tracks automatically as you select them in time, in real time. So you got a little intro drum. Then go back to your tracks view. Everything you just did is already set up. And this is where you can edit and clip and copy and paste and totally manipulate it any the way you want after the fact, which is how I've really begun making a lot of my EDM stuff. I'll start dropping in all kinds of stuff that I think sounds good here and there, and then I'll come back into this view and then start rearranging the format and really make it what I want it to sound like. It's a lot of work, but it's fun, and damn it, this stuff is really starting to sound good. Like, let's see how this came out. That's not too bad. I think a little fade out at the end with the drums, and then just clip it off the end, and it's good to go. Hot damn. Well, there. That track's almost usable, you know? I mean, I could stretch out a couple of the loops a little bit and lengthen it so it reaches the end of the drum track, do a little fade out here. Add a little volume to one of the guitar tracks. It's a little quieter than the rest. I turn the volume up on that. A little thing that, you know, stuff that your preferences, your artistic talent comes in here. This is where you shine, and how you edit and totally mix everything. But you notice I used none of the sound pool drums when I was recording that in real time, the ones that come with that rock package, because I already had my own drum package and I already recorded it. I mean, you can use them, you know what I mean? You can mix and match. You know, you got to do a little bit of work to match the tone and the volumes of them, but you can end up mixing and matching the ones that you make and put on the soundboard and the ones that come on the soundboards, if you really, you know, have the patience. That being said, I didn't use any of my own guitar work or anything for that track. Those were all pre-made sound pools that come with, you know, the GarageBand packages. And but taking what you've seen in my recent videos, you see how you could take a guitar track and make those loops in the mixing board and mix together a song just by recording each riff and putting, you gotta fucking clip the timing of the front and the back, make the loops. It's a lot of intricate, tedious work to get them set up, but once you do, they're like the ones in this video. They're you know, the changeovers are pretty flawless. And if you're writing a tune and making riffs all in the same key and, you know, with the same theme, and make all these loops for it instead of trying to record the song all at once in one take or whatever, just get the riffs perfect, studio perfect, and in these loops, and then you can mix and match. You can make the song as a short friggin' one bridge, one chorus, or you can make the friggin' bridge 4 friggin' loops long and go to the chorus 2 loops long, and then go to the fucking a verse for another 8 bars, and you know what I mean? You can go back and format it however you want on the fly, and even after the fact, adjust it. if you didn't like something that you recorded, you can go back and clip it. You can drag it and make it shorter, extend the loop longer, because it'll continue, just like those loops. If you make it in that beat loop thing, grab the end of it and drag it across, and it'll just continue on with the loop as if you'd played it and recorded it that way. And I've done that once so far. I mean, typically I like to play my riffs all out, you know, in one take, especially my leads. I like to improvise my leads in one take, or at least, you know, one solid take, not bits and pieces and copied and pasted from different takes. I did try once, and it wasn't bad. I believe that was the first Astral video, the Astral 1. I used a bunch of sound bites and stuff in the mixing board and on the tracks view, like Apollo mission sound bites and stuff like that. But I made the guitar beats, the guitar riffs in those loops, and then I just mixed it on the fly and to see how it would come out. And I was just starting to figure this out. You know, my levels are off, my mix is bad, but the concept blew my fucking mind. You know, I've been making all these EDMs, and I'm thinking, man, these loops are freaking awesome. You switch back, why do you do that with the guitar ones like they do in the rock one? So I tried that once, and I was like, oh man, I could go nuts with this, but it takes so much time, and the tedious intricacy of all the mixing and the editing and the clipping, and it's a lot of work. I mean, that's what being an artist is, right? It sucks, you know, especially these days with the COVID and staying away from people. You've got to be the musician, you've got to be the writer, you've got to be the mixer, you've got to be the producer and the sound engineer. Everything, you got to do it all. There's so much knowledge to incorporate as you're learning and as you go, and the more you progress, it's like it gets so involved. It's not like just grabbing an instrument, pick it up and start friggin' jamming, you know. It's a lot of work. I got mad respect for some of these big time artists and all these major studios. They get all these people to do this shit for them. They just sit down and play this stuff, and these guys friggin' hammer it out for them. I mean, a lot of artists like to do that shit themselves too, but you know, a lot of them have that big studio friggin' connections to take care of this shit. And it's just fun to learn how to do some of the shit they're doing. And that's how you make your hack your drum loops from your Windows software on your GarageBand in a DJ table to mix on the fly. I didn't mix those drums on the fly. I did the first time to demonstrate how you get the track view, but I could have done the drums and all the other stuff at the same time on the fly and got my tracks view. So, you know, and I could have sat there all day and put a bunch of different drum changes. There's all kinds of like fills and rolls and all kinds of shit. You know, I could, as long as you clip them just right, you set them up right, it works great. For a one-man band, you can't beat that shit, man. You just can't.